Hey, actor friends, it is Michael Kostroff. That is what it says here. Um, Years ago, I was listening to one of those awful stage parents talking about their kid, and she said, "Can you coach her?" I was like, "Why?" "Well, she blew it. She blew it." I said, "In what way?" "Well, she didn't get the job." I hear a lot of actors use terms like "I blew it," "I screwed up," "I messed up." And I want to know what that means exactly. And I want you to ask yourself what that means exactly and hold yourself accountable, because those phrases are used very irresponsibly and recklessly. Um, you know, what does that mean? First of all, I mean, not getting cast, that does not mean you screwed up. It can't be that all the people who didn't get cast screwed up. That's not a thing. They just didn't pick you. That's very different. Um, You blew a line. Okay, well, yeah, that happens. Did you screw up though? I mean, it seems kind of harsh. What does it mean to say, I screwed up? Sometimes actors feel that they screwed up because they didn't do the facial expression they planned, or they got a word wrong, or or it didn't feel as real to them as it did in rehearsal. That's not screwing up. That's just it went differently. That's all. It went differently than you thought. It was, and by the way, we're very bad judges of our work. You know, we should strive to be honest, not for the take to look good or sound good, because we're not good at evaluating that. Um, what else? There are other phrases that I hear people say all the time. You know, or oh, I'm bad at. Well, okay, that sounds very final. When people say, well, you know, I'm bad at memorizing lines. Well, that sounds like it's a final condition that you're not going to work on. I've had challenges with working on lines. That means I'm going to keep finding solutions. You know, I hear people say, "Oh, I'm bad at tech. I'm bad at tech," as if they're not going to work on trying to get better at the self tapes. It's it's very judgmental, very self judgmental, and very final, and not accurate. It's not accurate. So it's one of the times that, you know me, I'm not one of those speak it into existence, positive thinking, manifest people at all. But there are some times when being careful with your words in how you describe your work and your efforts is really advisable, because we do send ourselves these really harsh messages. My God, actors, you're so mean to yourself. You're so mean to yourselves. I say to myself also. We're mean to ourselves. We take the harshest possible interpretation of how things went instead of the gentlest possible interpretation of how things went. Why do we do that? Why is that? My God, you wouldn't say that to a friend. So it's that same thing of like, you know, to blow it is like everything was a disaster, and it's also, I also hear actors say, "Oh, that casting director hates me." Based on what? How did you make that decision? Short of the casting director saying, "I hate you," it's very unlikely that they hate you. Very unlikely. They're kind of busy doing other things. They may not have called you in a while. They may have given you notes that were very contrary to what you had done. I don't know what, I mean, again, I'm going to say to you, be really specific with yourself and go, well, okay, what does that mean when I say a casting director hates me? You know, it really is it's worth picking apart what specifically you mean by those phrases, because throwing them around recklessly is, I think, hurts you. I think it hurts you. I think it hurts you. Um, that's all I got this week. Short and sweet. Be careful about how you describe things that may not have gone as planned or as expected or had the results that you liked. It's just what happened. That's all. All right, friends. I'll talk to you again next week. Bye.